Hey everyone, it's Stamp Ventures with Shauna. Welcome to my Tuesday night tutorial. I feel like I'm a little bit disorganized tonight. I think I'm disorganized a lot of nights. But hey, I found the video here on my iPad, and oh look, there's a couple of people who are tuning in. Hello, and welcome. Hi Glenda, great to see you. Thanks for hopping on tonight. I was trying to get a lot done. We had rain all day today. It was wonderful. It's like the $1 million rain. That's the weather word of the day here is the $1 million rain. It just was steady all day long, and the gardens love it, and the lawns love it, and the crops and the farmers love it. It's just been wonderful. And so it meant that I stayed inside. I didn't walk, I didn't bike, I didn't swim. I stayed inside and tried to get some things done, but it's like the more I tried to get done, the more there seemed to be to do. So I don't think my card will be 100% complete finished tonight, the one that I show you, my Criss-cross card, but you'll get the idea of what I was trying to go for. And then maybe when I do add some finishing touches to it, I can post the picture. So hello to Sue, and hi to Brenda and Melanie. Oh, good stuff. You found me. As I was just getting the video all set up here, Melanie, I saw a quick message, and I knew you were asking me something about where it was, and yeah, I'm glad this popped up for you. Towards the end of my video, I'm going to be drawing for a special bundle from the new annual catalog. When I passed out my catalogs, I passed out a scavenger hunt to most people, and I think quite a few of them got a scavenger hunt with their catalog. And I've got everybody's name who submitted their scavenger hunt back to me. They could either drop it in my mailbox, or they could take a picture with their phone and like message me with it or whatever. And so I've got all the names here in the box. Well, yeah, I actually have to tear the tickets apart and separate them, but they're here. And so I'll make that draw just after I share the card with you. So trying to think if I have any other reminders today. I don't have any cheat notes or anything of what I wanted to remember to say, other than I think it's what, the 8th of June today. So there's 2 more days if you'd like to get that Expressions in Color Paper Pumpkin kit. So that'll be shipping out very soon for those who are interested in that. We're on the list for it. Okay, well, oh, hi to Denise. Hello, welcome. Okay, we better get started with the Criss-cross card, and like I said, it's not going to take too long to do this card because I haven't fully fleshed out all my ideas, but then we'll finish off with the draw for the scavenger hunt, and yeah, that bundle from the new catalog. So I'll get you turned around. Here we go. Hey Emmy, hey birthday girl, you're getting old, aren't you? All right, you'll have to tell us how your birthday went. Okay, let's turn around. And I'll just get this camera adjusted. Ooh. Okay, so something like that should be close. Yeah, okay, so I see there's a question that came through, and I'll get to that question in just a minute. Oh boy, my camera stand seems saggy. We're going to adjust this way and that. Okay. Yeah, wow, it seems really saggy. And I'll hook up my earbuds. All right, is the Expressions in Color Paper Pumpkin the regular one or a special one? It's the regular one, Brenda. It ships. It's the one that automatically ships sometime after the 10th of the month. And so, yeah, with you in your Paper Pumpkin subscription, if you've got anyone who's got a subscription, will automatically receive it. Yes, and it coordinates with this Expressions in Ink, I think it's called, bundle products and the paper and whatnot from the new catalog. So yes, it's coming. It's not one of the, I guess, what are they calling it? The kits collection. We'll call them the a la carte kits. Yeah, so it's not one of the a la carte ones. And Melanie would love to see how the heck to make this card. Okay, well, I'm glad that maybe a few of you were like, what's going to happen here? It's really quite simple, and you'll love it. Once you see how it works, it'll be like, oh yeah, I never thought of this idea, and I sure wish I did. But once you see how it goes together, it's like, oh, this is so cool. Okay, and Emmy says, yes, it was fun. She had a great birthday. That was just 2 days ago. Yeah, all right. Good stuff. Good to hear. All right. Yeah, there's the funny today. The potato masher. I don't even keep mine in a drawer anymore. It's on the little canister that's on the counter with a whole bunch of other little, not little, big spoons, wooden spoons, and all that kind of stuff. So, all right. So the pocket card. Normally, when I've made this kind of pocket card before, I've used one whole 8.5 by 11 sheet. But I got an idea from a Stampin' Demonstrator friend from a swap, and instead of using one whole sheet the same color, she used a half a sheet of 2 different colors. So it makes a whole 8.5 by 11 when you lay them together side by side, but they're each 11 inches tall and 4.25 inches wide. And I'll show you how I'm going to cut them to make this crisscross pocket card. Oh man, Emmy, you went all the way to Calgary and back in that short time. Well, good for you. Holy smokes. Hope you had a good trip. Okay. So, going to take out the paper trimmer. Got a little bit of a rogue piece going on. That was from something I cut earlier. You'll see how that worked out. So I'm going to take and score these long card bases at 5.5. And I'm just going to, I wonder if I can do this. I think I can. I'm just going to score them at the same time. There we go. Just line them up. So almost like it's a full sheet. And push that cutting blade out of the way because I want them to be scored. Alrighty. So there they go. Scored in half. Now I'm going to take and cut this one on an angle from the center fold to this corner here. And so I'll just line it up in the cutting track. Sometimes getting the diagonal lined up is they're like looking up, down, you're just going back and forth trying to get it just like that. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to this triangle because it's going to be used in a little bit. Oh, you got home just last night. Okay, so it's a quick trip, but I bet it was lots and lots of fun. You probably visited some family. Hey, Emmy? And then I'm going to do the same thing with this card, and I'm going to go in this direction this time. Last time I went in that direction. This time I'll go in this direction. So there's in the track. I think I kind of sort of got that. I'm going to move this blade back up because it's easier to start cutting here than it is on that point. The point is always a little tricky. So, okay. So I'm going to use these 2 pieces to make one card base, and it will be a crisscross card. And you can basically see already what's going to happen. These 2 pieces are going to crisscross like this. And they're going to glue here at the bottom, and ta-da, there's your pocket. Yes, you've got a double thick on the back, but what's cool, like I said, I've always done this with just one color. So this color and this color are the same, but here it's like we've got two different colors. I was going to say contrasting. They're not really contrasting. They're complementary colors. And then you look, hey, one color on the inside of the pocket. Oh, the other color on the outside of the pocket. So it's kind of fun. And you can decide if you want, which way you want your folds to go. It can be one way or the other. I think I'm going to go like this. And again, same with the back. You can have the light on the inside or you can have the dark on the inside. You have a few choices. So that's the basics of the pocket card. Oh, you saw your auntie and uncle. Excellent. And your step auntie and Tegan. Oh, good, good. Glad you had some visit with some family, Annie. Oh, silly me. Okay, I just put my paper trimmer away and I need it. I said we're going to need these two pieces. So, but I'm just going to trim them down just a slight little bit, just by 1/8 of an inch on these two sides, on the L-shaped sides. This one, the long, whatever, hypotenuse of the triangle, we're going to just leave that at at the same distance. It's just going to be these two L-shaped sides. Okay, so yeah, that's how it works, Melanie. I know. You'll be like, okay, it's, yeah, not too difficult. Now, I'm just trying to figure out if I'm on the screen here. Because like I said, I think I need to make my camera just rise up a little bit, because I'm so close that you're missing. Rise up, rise up. Now it's going to be crooked again. So I need to do the tilt. There. Hopefully you can see. Yeah, you can see the bottom on my trimmer now, because I'm going to, I'm going to use both ends, but I'm going to butt this end of the L shape down at the bottom, and I'm going to just trim off 1/8 of an inch. So wait a second. No, I've been trimming off 1/4. Okay, 1/4 of an inch. You could do 1/8 too. I'm going to do 1/4 this time. Okay, so there we go. 1/4 off that side of the L. And now I want to do 1/4 off this side. But when I butt it up down here, the point kind of just falls into the little crack there. So now I'm going to go up to the top of my trimmer. Yes, we've got two-way trimmers here, top and bottom, and taking 1/4 of an inch off there. So then you can see that, ta-da-da, this piece, oops, hang on, this piece is going to layer onto that flap of the pocket, just like that. So I'm going to grab there, that'll hold it so that, yep, one layer, and now do the same thing with this piece. Let me see, it's going to go like that. So there's my L. I want to take 1/4 of an inch off that side of the L, and then go down to the bottom, and 1/4 of an inch off the long side of the L. There we go. And now I think I can put the trimmer away. Hopefully I've been done with that for a bit here. So then this is going to be another layer on this triangle flap there. Okay, so there we go. Now, some of you have probably seen these cards made with designer paper here and here. And you can absolutely do that too. I've started working on one, and maybe tomorrow, if I get it finished, I'll be able to post a picture and show you. But I just thought, I'm just going to use just the basic cardstock pieces. So this is kind of like the basic crisscross card, where you don't throw away anything. You use all the papers, all the cardstock, and that's why it works so well with the two colors, because they can overlap. They can layer onto each other, and you get a nice contrast there. Now, my next idea for this card was that I was going to run these two pieces through an embossing folder so that I'd get a really nice texture. And I just about started to do that. And then I saw something out of the corner of my eye sitting out beside my big boss. And I went, oh, what would happen if I ran those two triangles through with this? Now, this is a metal die. Yeah, it's metal. And it's called stitched greenery. Yeah, oh, good guess. Yeah, it's stitched greenery. And I'm like, that would make a cool texture too. It wouldn't have as much maybe lumpies and bumpies, but it would have this kind of cool stitching in it. So by the magic of television, you just run this through. It's not like a folder. It just, you lay that down and lay the stitching on top and run it through with these bumpy bladey kinds of things. And by the magic of television, look at the stitching that you get when you put these two pieces through. Yeah. Now, I don't know how well those are showing up for you now that I've made the camera further away. So I'll hold those up a little bit and hopefully you can see some of the stitch detail. It's really pretty. So yeah, instead of an embossing folder, we've got a stitched die going on here. I don't know how well you're seeing that at all. Sorry. Wonder if I change my light to, yeah. I think you're kind of getting the idea. Yeah, it's kind of pretty. So I can take away these ones that that was to show you how to cut it. And these ones I wanted to have done so that I wouldn't have to take too much time at the embossing folder. So I'm going to glue these together and doop. Yeah, I will just finish putting this together and show you kind of how I was going to decorate it, but I might not completely finish it because I'm still undecided on some of the things about it. And then I'll show you the one that the stepped up version that my demonstrator friend sent me for a swap. And you get a couple of ideas that you can use with this type of Criss-cross Pocket Card. Oh, Elaine, yeah, the stitched die. Oh, I'm glad you can see the details. Sometimes it's hard for me to tell what's showing up and what isn't. And yeah, this is quite unique. It's a little bit different than something that we've had before. And it kind of looks like it's quilted. Yeah. So, and maybe you could, even if you had a designer paper that had a very subtle pattern on it, you could make it so it looks like the designer paper has quilting stitches on it too. So that could be kind of cool. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my time. I think I want light on the inside because I'm going to be contrasting with the light colors. So I'm going to glue the light onto the darker color like this. Makes it for a very thick or a thicker card, but it's very sturdy. So like that, and I'm going to fold this around to make sure that it can fold. I don't want to go too far over that it's going to buckle or crinkle when it folds. So just like that. And now I think I'm going to do it like, yes, that way. So when it comes to this part, I like to call on my trusty tear and tape. It just makes a really nice, thin, strong adherence. That's not the word I'm looking for. Strong stickiness to the bottom. And I don't have to wait for it to dry. I can put the insert for my pocket card in right away. And I know it won't ooze out. I don't like it when it oozes out. So I think that's why when it's right along the edge, just tight like this, it's nice to have something that doesn't ooze. Okay, and alrighty. Again, I'm going close to the edge. Oh, angle's going the other direction this time. But there, and it doesn't have to be completely to the fold. That's close enough. The paper that's going in there is the pocket page. The insert is big, so it won't drop through any tiny crevices or anything. Okay, so now there we go. The very first time that I actually made a pocket card, I actually used just one long sheet, regular cardstock piece, and I cut that piece off, and then I turned it and put it this way, and I had to glue it here and here with that second triangle that I cut off. But what I found is that once you put adhesive, even a narrow bit of sticky strip down this edge, it glues it tight here, and then it makes it harder to get your insert piece inside. Like, you really have to wiggle it hard, and it kind of sticks. So here I've got, this is 5 1/4, and you can see it's quite just tight to the edges. It's just trimmed down 1/4 of an inch, but it's going to slide nicely because it's just folded edges there. And then when it hits the tear and tape at the bottom, that's where it will stop and sit. So it just slides in nicely like this. Ta-da! There we go. Now, you can totally decorate this insert here. I don't think I'm going to decorate mine tonight. Like I said, this is still a work in progress, and I'm still thinking about this, and maybe I might leave you with some ideas, or I might leave you thinking about it, and maybe you can give me some ideas on how I might finish it off. But one thing that I am doing for sure, I know, if I can find my paper, is I'm stamping some pansies. And so I've got the 2 colors of my cardstock here. So there's the Calypso Coral and the Pale Papaya. And I've got these 2 stamps already on blocks, and these 2 stamps already on blocks. So these 4 in a row. That's kind of good how they line them up like this. If you haven't bought any new photopolymer sets yet recently from the new catalog, you're going to find that when you open up the case on the inside, you actually stick the pieces right to the case, just like that. And this happens to be a big stamp set with lots of pieces, so you use both sides of the case. This plastic was one of the inserts that the pieces came on, and then I just peeled them off of this thick plastic piece, and I stuck them to the case in their places, and the pictures are printed right onto there, just onto this white paper insert. What I have been doing is I've been keeping this one extra piece so that when I close the case, the pieces from this side of the case and the pieces from that side of the case don't want to stick together. I thought that that would kind of keep them separated, and yeah, so. Oh, Emmy, I'm so glad you like that. Yeah, it's kind of cool how this all comes together. There's all kinds of little tips and things that we figure out and learn when we're doing our crafts. Okay, so Pale Papaya. I know I've had somebody comment that it's hard to open our ink pads. And one thing I shared last year, I think it was, or maybe the year before, is some people find you can push at the top and get it to crack open that way, just with your 2 thumbs, sort of not on the very edges, because that won't do anything, but over towards the center a little bit. But the other thing that I've found lately that works easy for me is I just get my thumb, the knuckle part of my thumb underneath here. I hold a couple fingers here and my thumb there, and I just lift. So if any of you are having troubles, especially when they're first brand new, they're a little bit stiff. It's good to, that's one way that I found that has worked for me. And the other thing, remember, on the bottom there are little stickers, and you'll have one sticker that you can put here, the English one. There's all the different languages to show what the name of the ink pad is. But then the sticker with no wording on it at all is the sticker that you put into here, so that you can tell just by looking, oh yeah, that's the darker, that's the Calypso Coral, that's the Pale Papaya. I guess you can tell by looking at the ink pad that this one is definitely darker, but if you had, say, Mango Melody and Pale Papaya side by side, you might not be able to tell by looking just at the ink pad itself. So the sticker is there to help. Oh, thanks, Debbie. I'm glad you're enjoying the tips. And yeah, these pocket cards are fun. Okay, so doing my layers for the pansies, I find with these two-step stamps that if I stamp with the dark ink first, then I layer the light over top, it's easier to see where I'm stamping because the dark shows up so much more, so much more. Okay, so I'm going to do the dark little, this is the little face. There it is, the center of the pansy. And then I'm going to do the light next, and that's the next biggest size, and this is the papaya. I think I have to stand up and I have to look down, and it's easy for me to see that, oh, I have to leave room for the center. I can see there through because this is a light color, so it's easier to see that dark color underneath. And then I'm going to go to dark again. This is kind of the pansy that's not all quite filled in. It's a little splotchy. So I'm going to ink this one up, and I'm going to look through the center. This is a little bit harder because, again, it's darker, and seeing things around it is a little tricky, but I think I've mostly got it. You can see I've got the foam mat underneath, so I get a really good push. And then I'm going to do the last one in the light, the Pale Papaya. This is the full-fledged, full-colored pansy background. And now I can look through, I see so much better with the lighter color, so I can turn it and line up wherever I want that light image to match with the dark. Yeah, the dark shows through so well. Okay, so there's that. And then for the center, I've grabbed the Evening Evergreen, and there's just this tiniest little piece that looks like a teardrop, and I'm going to put that in the middle. So just a little dabble, do you, with this little guy? There. All right. Now, you could cut that out if you wanted to. You could easily fussy cut that. That wouldn't be hard to fussy cut. Or there is a shape that, a die shape that will cut it out. Maybe I'll close these so I don't have any accidents. And, but what I did is I took a circle die from the layering circles, and I cut mine into a circle, and then I grabbed another layering circle, one of the scalloped ones, and I'm just going to go like that. Oh, you do have to go. Good night, Emmy. Thanks for dropping by. Glad you had a good birthday and a good trip to Calgary. Okay. There we go. So now here's my idea. That I was going to, I'm going to layer this onto the center of the Criss-cross card. Like I said, I'm still kind of deciding. I probably will just finish off here in just a short few minutes and do my draw. I pulled some of this Whisper White, what was it, crinkled seam binding. Kind of wish it was a little bit thicker, but what I was thinking of doing was tying this around. Oh, I can do this really quickly. Tying this around and having a bow off to one side. And it's okay if the bow is not flat and straight because it's crinkled seam binding, right? Yeah, so a bow, kind of like that. Ooh, there we go. Kind of wants to be staticky a little. And then I would dimensional this up into here, and I don't know, I'm still thinking about the inside, the insert. So I'm going to leave my project just like that. Oh, Glenda, I'm glad you love the colors. Yeah, well, I'll show you in a minute where I got the inspiration from this. But so yeah, I'm going to do some decorating on here, and I'm not sure about the seam binding, but I just haven't decided what else I'd like to do right now. If you have suggestions, later on, either tonight or sometime tomorrow, I'll go through the comments and see if you have any suggestions for the insert piece, or for maybe what I'm doing to the outside to decorate it. I don't know if I'm going to put words on the outside. I think if I do words in here, I think they would go on the inside. And okay, so what's cool about this is that if you are writing a note to somebody and you have lots to say, you know, these are kind of like, you could put like, they're kind of like index cards. You could put like 3 index cards, three of the inserts in there, and sort of write a little mini letter, right? So yeah, you could probably put, you know, stash teas and other things in there too. But yeah, I'm just at a standstill with it right now. So not sure what I'm going to do next, but if you have some suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll see, you know, as things go by, as time goes by, what I do with this, and I'll post a finished picture. Okay, Glenda's. This was my inspiration. And like I said, I've made these before, but Glenda was the one who gave me the idea to do one color for one part of the Criss and another color for the other part of the cross. There it is. Yeah, the Criss and the cross. And she used this lovely, something to do with peaches set. You guys probably know the name of this set quicker than I do. I'm just looking to see if it'll pop up really quickly for me, or will I have to turn the pages and turn the pages. It should be back here. It should be up. There it is. Sweet as a Peach bundle. So if I call it the Peach bundle, well, that's pretty close. Sweet as a Peach bundle. And the dies are called Peach. Okay. So that's what Glenda used. My friend Glenda from Port Alberni on the island in BC. And yeah, so I used her color scheme, but used the pansies instead, and she used the peaches. And then I love how she did the bow. She's got the die cut fruit and the foliage, and then just the little papaya bow. Oh, beautiful, just so nice. And then she's got a little happy birthday just cut at an angle, and one of the in color gems in the papaya as well. I just thought, oh, this is beautiful. And then there's that excellent paper. And as I mentioned when I was making this is just kind of a basic one, just using those leftover triangular pieces. But here, like, Glenda still has used leftover triangular pieces, but then she's layered the designer paper on top. So she's got a beautiful stepped up version of it. So there's, yeah, kind of the simple basic crisscross and a stepped up crisscross, but these are with alternating colors, which got me so excited. All right. Brenda's liking the colors too, and yeah, you enjoyed the card. They're really fun, and oh, you're welcome. It wasn't me who drew your name. It was the wheel of names, the wheel. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I've made these before, and then you kind of forget about them for a while, and then somebody reminds you about it, and like, oh, I got to do that again. Now, I have my box for the draw. Well, thanks so much, Diane. Yeah, I think you were probably in on the swap, Diane. You probably got one of these too. They're just gorgeous. And Nicole, yeah, it's really, really nice, nice design to use. And I love how Glenda incorporated the peaches in the paper. Oh, this was the little note that I wrote to myself. I just pulled it off my box. Let me know if you would like the fall/holiday mini catalog. Yeah, you can put a yeah in the comments. Yes, a mini, yes, whatever. Right now, the mailing selector, where Stampin' Up! Like mails the catalogs for us, is happening, and we have until the end of June to pick people to be mailed catalogs. People who are in Moose Jaw, you can just pick up from me, or I can drop off into your box too. But not only will this be a fall/holiday mini catalog, there will also be a celebration brochure in there, because we're having a second celebration this year. They're going to Stampin' Up! Is trying 2 celebrations. So we had the January, February one, and now we're going to have an August, September one. It was actually supposed to be July, August, but they're having issues getting all the fall holiday celebration stuff being shipped in, with all the shipping issues that are going on and slowdowns and things with COVID. So they bumped everything to August, to start in August. So the fall holiday catalog, I know I'm supposed to be calling it those months, but the fall holiday catalog will start in August instead of July and go to December, and the celebration will be August and September, and they're both going to be mailed in one package, which I'm super duper excited about. So yeah, I see a few it's coming through. Diane, you got yours today. Oh my gosh, how did that happen? That's amazing. Holy smokers. Holy. Okay, well, I'm going to be, I'm going to be jealous of you for the next however many days. Okay, so, here's the box, the big draw. These are the names from the people who gave me scavenger hunts, and I'm just going to tear off their names and throw them in. There's Iris, and there's Nancy, and there's Elaine, and there's Marion, and Amy, and Charlene, and Lori B, and Carol, and Karen, and Suzanne, and Kaylee, and Linda S, and Judy, and Sheila, and Robin, and Inez, and Anne C. Okay, and while I'm just shaking this around a little, I'll show you what I'm drawing for. I don't have it yet, but it's on its way. It shipped, they shipped it out yesterday morning. It is this bundle right here. It's called the Encircled in Friendship bundle. And everyone who completed their scavenger hunt for this annual catalog and submitted it to me, you had to submit it. Either through taking a picture with their phone and sending me the picture, or putting it in my mailbox, or mailing it to me. I had a couple people mail them in. They were entered in this draw. So this is a 64.75 bundle, and it's got these beautiful kind of doily layered shapes, and there's some really nice stamps that go with the bundle too. Let me see. This stamp set is on page 70. You're the best. Because of you, in a world where you can be anything, thank you for being kind, with heartfelt thanks. Just a note to let you know that someone thought of you today. You're in my thoughts. Each day is a little brighter. And then some lovely, I think they're irises. Yeah, possibly irises. Just for people, you need to let them know that you're thinking of them and brightening their day. And yeah, so it's a lovely one. And okay, so here we go. Elaine, you would like the fall mini catalog and this celebration. Yes, yeah, they're going to come together, and I'll make sure you get one. Okay, now I'm holding this box away from me so that I can't see. I'm over here, and I'm pointing the box in that direction, this way. And Glenda, you just got that scent. You're anxious to try it out. I'll love to see what you come up with. Okay, I have a name in my hand, and it is Marian. Yay! I don't know if Marian would happen to be watching. She is on Facebook once in a while, but who knows if she's watching live tonight or anything. But woohoo! Congratulations, Marian. I will be in touch with you, and you have a wonderful bundle coming your way. And thanks to everyone who did the scavenger hunt. Some of you even noticed some little things that I didn't even necessarily pick out. But yeah, you looked through and found all the good answers, and I'm already thinking about, okay, what could I do that would be fun for a scavenger hunt for the fall and holiday catalog. So yeah, my mind is already going for the next one. So make sure you keep your eye open for that catalog to be coming along, and if you want a copy, let me know. So all right, I think that's all that I've got here for tonight, and thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I know it's kind of getting late, and you have options and choices of lots of different things that you can be doing. There's lots of always good shows on Netflix and TV, and well, if you're a hockey fan, there's hockey games right now. Boy, is my husband stoked that the Montreal Canadiens have moved on to the next round of the playoffs. Anyways, so I appreciate you spending some time here with me tonight. So take care, everyone, and we'll hopefully talk to you next Tuesday night. And we'll wish you a very good week. Bye for now.